Fall is here in Alaska.
All right, we can push off.
The endless summer days are now behind us. The days are getting shorter, the air is colder, and the termination dust is creeping its way down the mountain. This is my favorite time of year, and my favorite time to be on floats. But it only lasts for a couple of weeks. So today, I'm taking my buddy Josh, and we're headed to check out the peak fall color down in the Kenai. Right about this time last year, I was flying the helicopter out to a gravel bar to talk about my upcoming trip south in the Hawk Wagon. That trip ended up taking me 4,000 miles through the West Coast before I came back in the spring.
And we're going to look at our floatplane 2913 Charlie. We're warming up on the south side of Spinard. We will also be looking for a special, and we have information on Lima.
This year, I was supposed to retrace those steps to Washington for a panel upgrade. But, as with everything in aviation, plans are meant to change. Hey, I'm Brett. Flying isn't just about where you're going, it's about where you can go. From rugged backcountry strips to the edges of the map, I'm chasing adventure, one landing at a time. So buckle up and come along. We are cleared to adventure.
Cessna 904 Alpha, radar services are terminated. You are cleared to adventure.
The Hawk Wagon is still getting its upgrades, just not in the lower 48. Instead, I'll be doing the Dynon install up here in Alaska with 6-Pack Aero helping me out with the panel.
And 13 Charlie, we are ready west when you are.
Number 13 Charlie, west, clear for takeoff.
West, here we go, 13 Charlie.
And the main reason here is, well, my wife, or more specifically, our daughter, who is due quite literally any day now. That's why Josh and I aren't headed off to somewhere remote like the Valley of 10,000 Smokes. Right now, I'm sticking to flights within about an hour of my home base. Technically, this is not my wife's restriction. It's mine. When she went into labor with our now 3-year-old, I was having lunch in Talkeetna with Josh, my buddy Matt, and our late friend Dooley. I got the call and then set a new speed record in the 170 and barely made it back in time to get her to the hospital. Actually, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure I still owe Matt lunch because I'm pretty sure he picked up the tab that day. Don't worry, buddy. I got you. This time around, I'm not taking any chances. But there's plenty of Alaska within an hour of Anchorage. And today, Josh and I are scouting out lakes for our winter operations.
And 13 Charlie, the overpass, we can start our southbound, correct?
Number 13 Charlie, affirmative.
Thank you.
Now, the goal this year is to land the plane on skis and then ski tour out into the mountains. Filming these trips serves two purposes. It lets me bring you along into some of the prettiest terrain in Alaska, and it documents what these lakes look like before the snow. We're looking at rocks, trees, shoreline obstacles. It's all that intel that makes ski operations safer, or at least that's what I'm telling myself.
And 13 Charlie, that checks. We're just going down toward Tina Peninsula. We'll probably cancel with you at some point here when you lose us.
No 13 Charlie, roger, that'll be around Bear Lake.
Sweet.
So here's the plan. Normally, you've seen me fly down Turnagain Arm and either up 6 Mile Creek or the Placer River Valley, both of which drop me into Moose Pass. Today, we're taking a different line. We're following the west side of the Kenai Mountains down to the Chickaloon River and then turning to access Swan Lake, Juno Lake, and Trout Lake.
I'm excited to put the 170 on skis. That is the plane I want to put on skis. I think that's the better one to have. Just because it has such a good power to weight ratio. Yeah, exactly. Good performance. And it's light.
Doc said, son, you better hang around town.
feet on the ground, but the sky was blue and the lake was glass. So I fired up to 180 and hit the gas. Yeah, I promise I'd stay close by, but there's something about clouds and a clear blue sky. Doctor said stay close, but the sky said fly. It's a perfect fall day, I can't let it slide by. If she calls while I'm gone, I've got Starlink up so she can yell in HD if I screw this up.
Now, I've been to all 3 of these lakes before, but I've actually never flown into them. They're home to a few of the Alaska public use cabins that tie into one of my favorite mountain bike trails of all time, Resurrection Pass.
Float season short, the days don't last. Leaves turn gold and fade so fast. Can't waste blue skies when they're this rare. You don't get many days like that up here.
Here's Resurrection Trail. Oh, yeah, okay.
Now, Resurrection Pass is 38 miles through the Kenai Mountains, climbing almost 3,000 feet from Hope to Cooper Landing. It's spruce forest, alpine valleys, and ridge lines that seem endless. Along the way are these public use cabins, perfect for turning the ride into a multi-day trip. Now, truthfully, I've never stayed in one. I usually just hammer out the entire trail in a single push. Flying over these lakes feels completely different. Instead of grinding out the miles, I get to see familiar terrain from an entirely new perspective. The goal today is to figure out which of these lakes are landable and which ones we're going to have to skip. Ski flying is different than float flying, but the intel carries over once everything's frozen.
That one looks vacant.
Yeah, that's Juno Lake.
Classy, baby. All right.
There's no wind down there.
And then is this Trout?
And this is Trout. Yeah.
So first up on the list is Trout Lake. Now, even though this is going to be the easiest of the 3 lakes, it still has its challenges. The terrain around it is very steep, and the wind was blowing off the trail side, not the valley side. So to land without a tailwind meant a tight turn in the canyon. This is where it helps to be really comfortable in the mountains and to have quite a bit of mountain flying technique under your belt.
Oh, you're doing it just right. If you had gone to the center of the valley and then started trying to turn, yeah, you would have freaked me out. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You basically hug one wall, you roll into the center, and then you complete the turn with just enough room to line up. It's not a full canyon turn, but it's pretty close.
Come on, step. Sprinkling. What's that? There's a sprinkle out there. I know. Typical Alaska. Doing a little spit. All right. I love Alaska.
Me too.
Once we were on the water, we checked out the cabin, and just like that, Trout Lake was checked off the list.
Oh, I'm on a mountain, I'm looking at the ground. Not the one in front of me, but the one that's far down. And I feel so high up, you can't catch me now.
Alright, well, let's do a little step. I can definitely dig that. Hello, pretty lake. This is so, man. I love this area up in here. Me too. And it's not that far, like, away from. We were here so fast. Yeah, like, it took us no time to get down here.
Pretty easy to get into.
Yeah.
else is near. It's in this place that solace finds me and I lose all fear. How I like to stay all day in this place that's empty. I finally got the room to think clearly. Look at you, you're fine. You're living free and high. You've got so much time. Don't let it pass you by. Just take every moment and let it make you alright.
Next up, we have Juno Lake, and it's just around the corner, but it's significantly more complicated because it's significantly shorter.
All right, so this one is a lot shorter than the last one we were just on.
It is.
Let's just kind of come back down and kind of look. I'm not landing yet. I want to do one more orbit over the top if you're cool with that.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
All right, yeah, we got wind coming. Or yeah, that way. Not much.
What, are those Swan?
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. Is that I don't really know the rules.
I was always told you're really not supposed to land where there are swans.
So you see swans and just don't.
Yeah.
I'll let you make that judgment. Oh.
So look at the next one.
Well, yeah. If you're not, I mean, if you're definitely better as far as I am on floats these days and knowing.
Let me put it this way.
Must be.
There's two things here. One, I would be taking off uphill. I know I'm going to use most of this, and I got swans on this lake.
And my thought, yeah, there you go. There's 3, right?
There's my 3.
Yep. Because that's my thought. Taking off this way is you're taking off into rising terrain.
Yeah, but I got a headwind going. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta. What's the? If it wasn't glassy,
Right.
I would have less. I don't know. It's.
Nope. I'm good. I'm good with 3.
I got a 3 striker.
Yep.
So here's the deal. I know somebody's going to point this out, so I'm going to explain this. I opted not to land because of those swans. There is a regulation in parts of Alaska that prohibits floatplane operations when swans or their brood are present. Now, technically, this wasn't one of those lakes. It was also outside of the time frame in which that rule is enacted. But I wasn't 100% sure. And for me, if there's doubt, I don't press it. So yeah, technically it was landable. It was shorter with a trickier departure with the terrain and the wind, but it was doable. Still, I chose not to. I live in one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and respecting the wildlife is part of protecting it.
And this, my only worry is when you turn this corner, I don't think it goes up much on the other side. And that's the thing, you know, going in low here.
That left the lake that I was most curious about and knew would be the hardest. And ironically, it was called Swan Lake.
We're gonna kind of go over, and then we're gonna kind of S-turn it back. That way we're not committing.
Right. Because it's going up. It's a narrow canyon, like you're only climbing out of it. You're not running around in it.
Of course, as we were headed into this lake, my wing camera SD card decided to corrupt. So instead of the usual footage, you're going to hear my actual decision making in real time.
Yeah, we've got one good straightaway right there, but she is shallow. That is shallow, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
The other thing that makes me nervous in those scenarios is when you're working your way down in there, if you decide not to commit,
What do? Yeah, that's...
You know, are you going to be able to, out climb and keep yourself going up that little, narrow passage there?
Here we go, coming around. Got to notch the flaps in intentionally on this one.
Yep. There's that descent check.
Swinging her around, sorry about that. Sorry about the G-forces. Alright, let's roll her out for you. Like this end of the lake, I'm more okay with.
Yeah,
but you need that straightaway right there. That's the only spot I see. that you could do.
And the problem is, even once you break around on that, you're just tight. It's so tight.
Very tight. If you're comfortable with it, I'm gonna go back up, but I'm gonna go lower up because I can climb still.
Okay.
I'm thinking about doing a lower, almost mock what I would do and where I would go, and just kind of feel out what that even looks like, and if there's enough room to even maneuver. If we had a Cub, if we had your 12 on faults right now, I wouldn't even be worried right now.
Yep.
But I use so much water in this thing.
Yeah, this side's much more shallow.
That's what I was saying. And see all the debris down there?
Yep. Trying to picture, is it on this next?
That's what I'm trying to figure out too.
Yeah. I think it is. I think you'd be dropping in.
I'd be dropping right here.
Here's the island.
Yeah.
You'd be dropping in right here, but then you'd still have to make...
So
there's this. Yeah, man, that's tight too. This is all just tight.
Wow. Yeah, that is not doable.
No.
Not worth it.
No. And then getting out,
Yeah. Too tight.
that's good though, because I've always wanted to look at this one. I don't even know if on skis I'd want to do that.
To be airball.
Yep, I'd go land at the other two lakes. I don't think I would land this lake.
In the end, Swan Lake wasn't landable for me. Maybe for somebody else, but definitely not for me. And here's why. Josh and I have been flying together for almost 15 years, and we have two rules. First, if either one of us isn't comfortable with something, we are going to speak up, and the other one will respect it. And second of all, neither one of us have anything to prove. I have been called soft for decisions like that. I've even been told that I don't belong in Alaska because I will not push the limits with my aircraft. And here's my honest response to that. I do not care. In over 10,000 hours of flying, I've made mistakes, and I've learned from them, and I've built a way of flying that works for me. This channel isn't about proving that I'm the best pilot, because I am absolutely not the best pilot. There are thousands of pilots way better than me with fewer hours. I am literally just here so that I can have fun. Now, with that said, a lot of you have asked if I could share more of the technical side of my flying. And I get constant emails, DMs, and comments about what it's like to own multiple small aircraft or how I approach the flying that I do. And I've been thinking about it because that is a big part of my life, and I'm more than willing to share it. But I want to make one thing really clear. This channel isn't going to be changing. The stories, the adventures, the cinematic style, this is what I love creating, and it will always stay that way. That said, I have been considering whether there's room to do something alongside this channel. Not instead of it, not changing it, but adding a place for those of you who really want the deeper dives, the decision making, the technical flying, and the behind the scenes details. So before I put any time into that, I need to know if it's something you'd actually watch. And since over 90% of you watch these videos on TV, leaving a comment isn't really very realistic. So here's the plan. If you want to see more technical content from me, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. That way, I'll know whether it's worth building something new while keeping this channel the exact same way. As I told you from the very beginning of this channel, I'm here to share my love of aviation with all of you. These videos are just as much for you as they are for me. All right, let's get back to the flight because, well, we added a fourth lake there while I was talking to you about what I'm thinking about doing.
How does this look back in here? Because this is where I'd want to go, into the wind.
Yeah, this is the Crescent Lake cabin is right over here on the end.
Got it.
That's where we stayed that one time.
Oh, this doesn't look that bad down here.
Since Swan Lake was off the agenda for me, we headed over to Crescent Lake. It was more accessible, but it was actually another lake that I had never landed on. And, well, this was definitely within the hour radius that I was sticking to.
Doctor said stay close, but the sky said fly. It's a perfect fall day, I can't let it slide by. If she calls while I'm gone, I've got Starlink up so she can yell in HD. If I screw this up, I got a thermos of coffee and a guilty grin. Checking my phone, yeah, signal's thin. If that ringtone hits mid-final turn, I'll push full power and let those pistons burn. Float season short, the days don't last. Leaves turn gold and fade so fast. Can't waste blue skies when they're this rare. You don't get many days like that up here. Doctor said stay close, but I'm out here flying, trying to beat time, yeah, or at least defying. If she calls while I'm gone, I'll pray for tailwinds, cause I'm one lucky fool who never listens. Yeah, I'm one lucky fool who never listens.
After hanging out for a bit on the water, it was time to head back home and spend time with Aurora and my daughter while we're still a family of 3. The next time you see me, my family will have grown by 1. Thank you for joining me on yet another adventure, and I'll see you soon.
Cessna 904 Alpha, radar services are terminated. You are cleared to adventure.